Lovers, and I'm here to talk about the PLL series, The Perfectionists, for episode 9. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to go through almost like a suspect list and talk about why I think each of these people could have been the one to kill Nolan. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Taylor and Claire, kind of like a combo of the two. Claire reminds me so much of Jessica De Laurentiis. And I want to make a comment here about what she had said about Taylor, just I guess in general. Good people make bad mistakes, and while they are trying to dig themselves out of a hole, the hole gets deeper and darker. There are things you don't know about Taylor. She's not as strong as you think she is. I think that, well, we kind of know that Taylor at one point had been in like a mental kind of place, and I thought immediately of Radley. And I remember saying that, or hearing that, like, all roads lead back to Radley. And I thought, wouldn't that be crazy if, you know, Taylor, when Radley was open, if she was there, and that's how her and Mona knew each other. Because if you go back to the very first episode, you know, she had made a comment about Mona made a comment about Taylor, saying that, you know, she was a lovely person, and Allie was like, well, how do you even know Taylor? You know, you moved here after she had died. And she said, well, I just read a lot about her. So I thought, what if that's how she knew Taylor? And what if that is why, maybe she knows how Taylor is, and that's why she doesn't like Taylor and trust Taylor. At the very end, you know, you see that she shot Jeremy, which, like, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I literally was like so taken back. I mean, I was not expecting that at all. And yeah, like, I don't even know, like, I think that she is. I think she's just a complete basket case. And, you know, I know I had made a comment, and I don't know if it was my last video or the video before that, about Jeremy referring to him, or not Jeremy, I'm sorry, Dylan referring to himself as, oh, and of course I always forget his last name, but he said when he was getting ready to do that recording, he's like, do you really want to do this, whatever his last name is? And I thought, well, what if he's the one, if you go with the books that, you know, has the split personality, but what if it's Taylor that has a split personality, and she's the one that, I mean, I really think that she shot her dad, just going off of everything, because, you know, she was so strung up about it, and she made comments about, like, smelling, like, she was there when he was shot. You know, she made comments about smelling the gunpowder, and she said, and the gunman, and that's all she, like, said. You know, I just think it was a strange comment, and I thought, you know, she could very well, for as crazy as she was acting, she could very well be the one that has a split personality. And, you know, maybe since her and Allie look so much alike, maybe that's who, like, Nolan thought he saw on the rooftop was Allie, and when she got closer, he realized it was Taylor, or her split personality Taylor, and shoved him off. I don't know. So let me know what you think about that. The only person I don't really have anything really about is Allie. Like, I can't see her being involved in that whole situation, because she only had, what, one class with Nolan, so I can't see, you know, she didn't know him or anything, so she doesn't really have a motive. Mona, I am still sticking with that theory from my last video that it's her game, and I think that it could be one of the two people that Taylor had discussed about. Somebody was breaking into the Beacon Guard and looking at, what did she say, at spying on a select group of students, and whoever did that is the one that tried to kill her. She could be mistaking her split personality as another person breaking into the system, but if I'm going with the whole Mona is another again playing a game, Mona could be the one that was breaking in to spy on a select group of students, like I explained in the last video about her trying to connect personalities to match the original Pretty Little Liar cast, like Spencer and all them. But I don't know why, you know, Mona would want to kill Taylor. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I also have Zoe and Zach down because, you know, they're in this show for a reason, and they keep bringing up about Zoe, and I kind of wonder, I'm like, could she be like a scorned lover of Nolan, and that's why she befriended Ava and everything, and, you know, there could be like a whole crazy backstory to that, and, you know, that's why she, if it was her, shoved her off. And Zach has to work hard for everything, and you see that in like every episode that he's in. Like, he's always working, and, you know, Nolan just has everything handed to him, and he's dating Ava, which you know, he despised Ava at that time, so that could be a reason why he could have shoved, if it was him, could have shoved him off. Caitlin, she hated Nolan. She was being blackmailed by him. She was constantly fantasizing about, you know, how she wanted to kill him. She even wrote a paper about it, and then, you know, in the woods discussing that, you know, somebody overheard, and or she could even been the one to just shove him off. I mean, it happened the exact same way that she had explained. Ava, you know, he cheated on her, and if she is that big of a basket case, then she could have shoved him off. Dylan, just the whole blackmail thing, and like I said about, you know, calling himself by his last name, you know, maybe he was really upset. And I also think Andrew should be added to a list of suspects, because I still say he's the one that turned Dylan in for the whole recording that, the song, because he was the only one in that room. If you want to see my theories on that, go check out my other videos, but he's just all sorts of shady, and I don't like him at all. And of course, like Jeremy, I know everyone says don't expect Jeremy now because, you know, he's kind of like outed, and look at the original like PLL, when a moment you thought it was somebody, whatever their storyline was completely different. And that very well could be with this case, that, you know, he didn't say he killed Nolan. He just kept saying about, you know, he did it to protect Caitlin, and, you know, if they find out what he did, you know, they will turn it back, it'll resort back to Caitlin because, you know, she was involved with that, you know, the reasoning. And I don't know, he's such a complex character right now that I don't even know if I want to say, yeah, I still think that he for sure did it, but if I'm going with my gut, I'm just gonna say that he did, just because I don't know what else he would be referring to other than like whatever was on his laptop that he just went crazy about. And I don't know, I mean, I still don't understand why freaking Taylor shot him. Like, there was no reasoning for it. Like, she just went completely off the chain. And supposedly this episode was supposed to reveal everything to us in our season finale. We're not supposed to have any questions, and I don't know, I think it just made more questions, because I mean, they even brought up on that list of people, it was like all of them, and that stupid Ray Hagedorn, and it's like, we only saw what, one real episode with him in, and I'm like, okay, so what could his connection be to this whole thing? And I thought, he's either a brother or an ex of Claire, and if he's an ex of Claire, could Taylor be his kid, and that's how he's connected, or like a brother or something in relationship to like Claire and Taylor. I don't know. I don't really have a lot to go on with this episode, because I said there was nothing other than freaking Taylor shooting Jeremy, and like, you know, Ava's money is found, which, you know, I thought that was so stupid, because it's like, how did Booker even know it was there? And Caitlin and them are buku rich, so she could have easily said, well, I've been pulling money out of my account and it's my money, and why they just automatically assume, or she assumes it's Ava's, I don't know. But yeah, I'm sorry I don't have a lot to really discuss with you on this one, but I just wanted to touch in and just let you know why I thought each one of these people could be a suspect up to this point. And I'm hopefully the season finale is good. And, you know, I am really hoping that we find out that it is Muna's game this whole entire time, and that would just be great.